Hi, Maddie here. Doing a quick update. I came out at work and wow, it feels like this big thing is just letting go. Oh my God, I wish I would have done it sooner, but I'm glad of my entire experience. So my new boss has been amazing. It's been really nice to transition from one role to another, and I'm actually kind of grateful for getting laid off from my previous role to getting into this other role. And yeah, just really excited about I guess transitioning in the office. I feel like it's been that one thing that, I've been transitioning for over a year and almost like still living these two separate lives, and it's just hard to show up as yourself. And I was sharing with my brother earlier today, and he actually just got laid off as well. And it sucks because you start questioning yourself, and sometimes the fit just isn't there. So or it's COVID-19. I mean, almost like a mini recession type of thing. So yeah, just really grateful to kind of show up. It feels like it's slowly shedding off. I definitely still have my highs and lows from I don't know, hormones. Like sometimes I just feel lonely, and that's really crazy because I'm living in this co-living space, so there's people everywhere, but I feel lonely. And I think it's not because of being lonely with them, but it's more about wanting to have real strong intimacy. And I went on a date today with a guy, and that was quite a strong experience. I just felt a little more engaged, and I've been dating women, my whole life. So this is the first time of really venturing into that. I don't know what stigma I still have around it, and maybe it was more of just conversational, and I was really attracted to the conversation, and it was really strong and kind of diving into things a little bit deeper. So really that's what I guess what I'm looking for. And the girls that I've been on dates with since I've been out here, it just kind of went to friendship. Maybe they were expecting something different. Me being transgender woman. Yeah, but maybe they were expecting something different, or it just kind of gravitated towards that. That's how most of my dates with women out here have been. But yeah, it seemed like he was really genuine. I don't know, we just grabbed a coffee in the middle of the afternoon, so really kind of low-key. Yeah, and I guess the third thing that I want to talk about is a concept that I've been struggling with a lot, which is focusing so much on myself, and making sure I make myself available to other people. I feel like over the past 2 years, I've done a lot of work. Everybody's done work in COVID, right? But I've done work, and I feel like I'm at a point in an environment where I feel accepted and vibrant, and I can absorb some energy from people that I want to maintain relationships with. For example, giving to my brother. Today I had a really different conversation with him. He had his job, and he lost his job, and I felt like I had capacity to hold on to that negative energy, that negative woe is me, because I've been there and I empathized with it. And I don't really know how to make it better. Maybe you can't, and you just kind of listen, and that's the inner consultant of me wanting to try to provide solutions. But I pulled back a few times and trying to provide any direction. So yeah, so I guess that's really where I am, in my 30s, a little more stability, and trying to find different ways to contribute, whether it's being a mentor, hiring people that are in the marginalized community, including myself, and and really creating this exciting brand that has a chance to kind of lift up some of these some people who maybe have made choices that they otherwise wouldn't. I mean, the guy I was talking with today, he was talking about his sister's daughter who transitioned, I don't know, maybe 15, 16 years old, Jessica, and she wants to go into beauty school, and I want to be a role model towards other transgender people to kind of create visibility that there can be success through all identities. Success through all identities. That's what I'd like. That's what held me back for so long for my transition, is I wanted to be successful so much, and I used the success to kind of hide my identity as well. But I wanted to be successful, and I wasn't. I always looked at it as a trade-off. And late in my life, like in my 30s, right? I guess I started transitioning at like 30. Mid my 30s, I want to focus on contributing and lifting up other people, and being a role model. That's what it was. Being a role model for. That's what it was. Okay, being a role model for other people, because all the way up into my 20s and 30s, I wanted to be successful, but I wanted to be successful, right? And that was one of my blueprints that I had kind of growing up, is like kind of success and commitment to that. And there were no clear examples. I mean, there have been some amazing steps forward recently, with Caitlyn Jenner kind of paving the way as an incredible example. I don't know how people get kind of salty about that. It's kind of weird, but I think she brings that kind of role model-esque, and I guess I want to be a little more active role model and create some of that visibility. I did the trans tech for talking about VC and investment. And I think maybe that's like, the more I talk about it, I think that's the way that I can contribute, is to really help and sharpen the ideas of transgender people and make sure that they have access to the capital that they need to be successful. So I think I'm getting closer to my life mission. And I also want to adopt, which is not necessarily a mission, but I feel like it's another way that I can give back. So I think that's where I am. I feel like I'm in a healthy place today, but if you caught me a week ago, it was like just like slogging along, like I'm in this job, and I don't know, I still am always working on reframing to make sure I have the right mentality, and it is work all the time, like because you're always comparing yourself naturally, and you don't always have to do that. So like I want to stop doing that. That's all.